Early morning window wash. Okay, windows are clean. Fuel, got my fuel. Needed fuel, not only for the truck, but for me belly. I needed fuel for me belly. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so gray. Well, I made it to my first place. Well, I'm just down the street from my first place. I'm about 2 hours early. It's a Walmart distribution center in Brundage, Alabama. I think that's how you pronounce it. But because I have so many drops at so many different places in quite a few different states, it seems like the place I went to pick, or the two places I went to pick all this stuff up, kind of mixed and matched all the drops all together. So I'm kind of going through and trying to figure out what's supposed to come off here so I could give this place the proper paperwork. This is the hard part of the job because I'm not good at paperwork. I think out of truck driving, being lost, like right now I have 0 cell phone service, 0 Wi-Fi where I'm at right now. There is no service. I have no access to anything up in the cloud right now. But that's okay. I don't need to type in navigation. I don't need to use any of that stuff because for some reason I have a pretty good sense of direction. I know where north is, I know where south is, east and west. Well, maybe not now because I'm in a parking lot, but if I'm out on the road, I have a pretty good sense of direction, so I really don't need... I know that Iowa is north of Alabama, so as long as I head north, I'll eventually get into a northern state or a northern city that has internet or has cell phone service. So I don't worry about that too much. No matter where I'm at in the country, I could pretty much find my way. It's the cities I have a hard time with. You know, finding my streets and stuff. That's why I need a GPS. But the hardest part of the job, after 30 years of driving, is multiple drops and organizing the paperwork. Everything else in truck driving is pretty easy because I don't mind being lost half the time. I really don't. I think that's part of the adventure. The paperwork is not part of the adventure. Well, it's almost time to head over to where I need to be, but I figured I would answer a quick question that was asked to me on Twitter about my dash. Somebody said, I know that dashes and vehicles are pretty much storage places, and it looks like you got a lot of storage stuff on your dash. What do you have on your dash? Well, I'm going to show you real fast. I have a lot of stuff, but it's not just garbage. A lot of people just throw their stuff up there, their receipts, fuel receipts, stuff like that. I mean, what I have up there may be considered garbage, but it's my collectibles. That's what I keep on my dash. Starting with my Halloween Horror Nights hat. It's just your basic scary top hat, though I did put my Doctor Who bow tie on here, and I keep my Google glasses on. It's a good place to shove my glasses when I'm not wearing them, because it fits perfectly around the brim. Pretty much like when you're wearing a baseball cap and you just shove your glasses on top of your baseball cap as you're walking around. I use this pretty much for my Google Glass holder. And then on top of there, on this side, I have one of my sonic screwdrivers. I have quite a few of them, but I keep my 2 favorites up here. This is one of them. And then on the other side here, I have another one. This is a build your own. I have a bunch of accessories that I could add to it, but this is my completed version. Kind of awesome, right? And it works. Actually, both of them work really well. Ugh. This one here works too. This one here is actually spring-loaded, so I can, when it makes full contact around your hand, it shoots out, and I think the battery is dead, so this one doesn't work. But the spring action still works. I have a Spiro BB-8, who is really awesome. Let's see if he comes to life here and his head doesn't go flying off. Sometimes if I don't use him a lot, the magnet that holds his head on will sometimes lose charge, and when he boots up, his head will go flying off. But because I don't use him too much, nope, sticking on there. Sticking on pretty decent. Aren't you, BB-8? Anyway, so I got my Mario stuff. So this is not open. I guess there's candy in here. And there's probably candy in this one too. Just stuff I pick up at truck stops periodically. And over here, to go along with my sonic screwdrivers, I have a bobblehead Weeping Angel. See, he's a little bobblehead. He's just a little bit Mardi Gras out after our Universal Studios trip. This hat doesn't fit him just perfectly, but it does. I don't know, it keeps the sun off his head. A lot of sun from the front windshield. And that's basically it. I really don't have too much on my dash. Sometimes at night when I park, I'll throw my baseball cap up there. But in the morning, right back on my noggin. So, do I have too much on my dash? Yeah, probably. But I've seen other truck drivers with cats and dogs, live animals, not stuffed animals. Not like Curtis here. Curtis sits in my passenger seat. He doesn't sit in my window. But I've seen actual live cats and live dogs while people are driving down the road up here sleeping on the dash. I don't have that. I do have a monkey. I have a monkey up there. But he's tiny. He's a tiny monkey. So yeah, that I don't have a lot of stuff compared to what other drivers have, but I do have some stuff. Well, I'm empty at my first stop at the Walmart. Did all that. Came over here. I'm in downtown Montgomery, Alabama at the moment. This is where I normally stop because I like to go over here and kind of grab lunch sometimes. Over there at that crystal right there. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to do it. I was kind of craving crystals at first. And then as I was walking over there, I realized there's a Pizza Hut right there. But it's in a little baby building. It's like one of those Pizza Huts where, and I'm not a big Pizza Hut person either, but it's like one of those where just deliveries come in and out, you know, where the delivery driver takes off. So you normally would phone call and the delivery driver would leave here and go. No seating, no nothing like that. It's not a pizza parlor. So I went in there, and instead of calling, I just walked in to place an order. So I'm sitting here waiting about 7 minutes for my order. Yeah, not 7 minutes for a pizza. I don't know how long it would take a pizza to cook, but I ordered those. It's a chicken Alfredo noodle-y thing, so I'm going to see how that is. I don't know, you can't really mess up noodles and Alfredo sauce. I'm not exactly sure how good the food is there, because this parking lot is pretty empty. Only the person driving this vehicle here, right there, is probably their only customer. Whoop! Unless that person parks. But I don't think they're going to. I think this is the only Pizza Hut business other than myself today. That could be a bad sign. Well, I'm going to head on over and see. 7 minutes isn't that long. And time kind of flies by sometimes. Unless you're really, really wanting something. And I'm not really, really wanting Pizza Hut. But I am wanting some chicken Parmesan. Or chicken Alfredo, not Parmesan. Boy, those are easy to confuse. I know, 7 minutes isn't up yet, is it?
What's his name?
Rick?
Rick, oh, you got about 2 more minutes.
2 minutes. You guys got it down to a science. I'm gonna leave this. It looks like a pizza, but it's not a pizza. I really don't think I could eat this and drive at the same time, so I guess I'm gonna stay parked. Look at that. So we got, is that breadstick? That's not breadsticks, that's chicken Parmesan, or not Parmesan, Alfredo. And that looks like breadsticks. Though they kind of look the same. The only differentiating factor is this comes in a tin. Goodness, a tin of goodness. Well, I've eaten, and now it's time to travel into the pine woody whatever trees or bare Tennessee, Alabama area of, I have no idea even what I'm talking about. I just wanted to show you guys the road. Had to stop, get some coffee, get some Java to keep me awake because I still got a long ways to go. So I figured some coffee and some Nature's Candy grapes. That ought to be a nice little snack as I drive. And if it's not enough, some Krispy Kreme cherry pie, which would probably go much better with the coffee than Nature's Candy. Look at that statue. What was that? What was that? I can't stop to find out. I'm in an oversized vehicle. Doggone it. I've been to Nashville a million times, and I've never seen that statue before. I got to remember that. Interstate 65 north, heading into Nashville. Mental note. I cannot believe how far I am driving today. I am just booking along. It's incredible what a cherry pie and a cup full of grapes will do to you. In 1 minute, I'm in Kentucky. And as you cross the bridge, you're in Illinois. I'm just going state from state today. Starting in Alabama. Welcome to Illinois. What's pretty interesting is right when you cross the bridge into Illinois, you come up to a town called Metropolis, Illinois. It's right across the river from Paducah, and it's the official home of Superman. It even says so right here on that water tower. Well, it's time for my 30-minute break, and what better place to stop than a place that serves barbecue? It seems like I'm always eating, doesn't it? First you see me eating in the morning, then at lunch, and now it's just a little bit past lunch, but I can't pass up. Wait a second, did I just say past and pass? Whatever. It seems like I just can't pass a good barbecue place. And this here is one of my favorites. On today's menu, I went ahead and grabbed me some. Okay, it doesn't look that edible, but it really is. Baked beans, a little bit of potato salad, and a really yummy, which I've already taken a few bites, if you could see, pulled pork sandwich with a little bit of tangy barbecue sauce. Screwing up my speech. Anyway, you have to show the internet food, right? That's like the most popular thing on YouTube, Instagram, any social media network is food. And every time you eat, you're supposed to show it. I think it's a new rule. And if you're wondering, wait a second, he ate all this other food today, like the grapes and the Krispy Kreme pie thing and all that stuff. I really didn't eat everything. I had a handful of grapes. But these Krispy Kreme cherry pie things, I still have half of it left in there. See, I'm not lying. At least half of it. I can't finish it. Because it's Krispy Kreme, I thought it was going to be really awesome, right? I mean, why wouldn't it be? It says Krispy Kreme on it. And look at all the cherries on the box. And even in here, it shows a lot of cherries. Halfway through, I still haven't found one cherry within the pie. It's all this Jell-O stuff. No cherries within this cherry pie. You expect a lot more from Krispy Kreme, but when I finished half of it, I looked through and it just looked like more of this goop. No cherries. So, no, I did not really eat. So barbecue really did satisfy. It really did. After having barbecue, it doesn't take too long to cross another river and another bridge into another state. Hello, Missouri.